The big names you know, the other guys you've never heard of. Until now. This is Around the Nest. Jay talking around the Blue Jays minor league system.
Around the Nest rolls on as we continue our way up and down the Blue Jays ladder, just checking in. Let's go to the voice of the people, Tyler Murray with the AA New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Tyler, how have you spent your time without minor league baseball?
I've been sitting by the Zoom phone waiting for you to call, Jesse. So I'm glad
I did. How much ice cream did you eat?
Plenty of ice cream, sure. But no, it's good to be with you, man. It's one of the things I miss the most about no minor league season. No weekly calls with you and the rest of our minor league colleagues on Around the Nest. So thanks for having me in. But still here in the Fisher Cats office. We've been lucky enough to have light enough restrictions and low enough cases of COVID to be able to host a lot of graduations. We had a food truck festival recently. So lots going on around here. And it's been fun to see the response from our fans. Just want to come out and hang out at the ballpark a little bit.
What are your plans for the off season?
Well, the off season, it feels like kind of blended together, right? Like, did the off season begin in
All
April?
Off-season. Yes.
Yeah.
The off season began last September 2019.
Right. Yeah. Well, we're hunkering down for winter, as you know. It's cold here. It's cold in Michigan, so you're used to what it's like here. But for a lot of us, including you, it's hoping that we can maybe get some college sports going on soon. That could be a fun thing to do. I do Dartmouth football up in northern New Hampshire. They're just doing classic game rebroadcasts, so that's kind of taken up a lot of the time. Finally had time to make my lawn look like someone cares about the grass, so that's exciting. With lots of advice from our groundskeeper here in New Hampshire. So trying to find ways to fill the time because people like us, Jesse, it's not normal working 9 to 5 and then having weekends off. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly to fill the time with.
Evenings. Oh my gosh.
Right.
So many free evenings. Hey, the Big Green, is that the name for Dartmouth or for your lawn?
Wow. Now that was good. We did not plan that beforehand, folks. Okay, that was just off the cuff, Jesse. Very good. Very good.
There was a question that was sent in by Minor Leaguer from Bluebird Banter about minor leagues. So Mark Shapiro said in a meeting with the media in Toronto that they don't have clarity, that they're waiting on clarity on what the minor leagues are going to look like next year. I think that, speaking for myself, I am also looking for clarity in what minor leagues will look like next year. Looking into your pseudo crystal ball, what do you think we are going to be looking at for the minor league baseball landscape in 2021?
I think if, alternate universe, if the Eastern League was located just in New Hampshire, I think you could probably pull off limited attendance and social distancing. But because so many states are involved, and obviously we're not the only league with this, it's just really tough. I mean, you have to wonder if it's smart to have radio broadcasters traveling on the buses with the teams. I mean, we saw the big leaguers, they just stayed at home the entire time. So I wonder what the situation is there. Speaking of Shapiro, I thought I saw him say the complex will be open soon down in Dunedin, which is great news. And because he thinks it's going to be the best in baseball, state of the art, which you obviously hope is the case, I believe he had a quote saying that they want to focus on player development there. Maybe not so much as they normally would at the traditional, okay, all your development's going to be when you get to Lansing or New Hampshire or wherever. So maybe they're leaning toward, well, if there's no schedule, which there isn't for 2021, maybe at the beginning, maybe do you keep a lot of guys down in Florida? Do you keep guys there training in kind of maybe a workout taxi squad simulated game scenario, which we saw here in the shortened season? I hope that's not the case, but that's something I've been thinking about.
I'll put you in the ESPN studio. Bring in Emma Tiedemann from Portland, and they can show you the camera, the video shots from the complexes, and you can call the Fisher Cats against the Sea Dogs right off your monitors.
You're onto something here. This could be big. I like where your head's at. But, yeah, I mean, remote broadcasting, nobody really wants to jump at it from the people I've talked to in minor league baseball, but it seems to be the direction that a lot of it is going. And, like us, like the players, the minor leagues is about getting experience, getting better, adding to your skill set. I think a lot of us would be happy to be able to say we can do remote broadcasting. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world if it goes in that direction.
A remote for the future. If anyone's interested in looking back to the past, I could teach a game recreation course.
Yes. Well, sign me up. I'm first in line, okay? We're doing subscription services, whatever you want. Like, I'm in. That's good.
You were supposed to have Alejandro Kirk as your starting catcher this year. He's now in the major leagues. What prospect talk do you want to get into?
Oh, man. Well, I've got this pipe dream, which my longtime broadcast partner and friend Bob Littman tells me truly is a pipe dream. It will never happen. I want 10 Fisher Cats in a game. I want 1 through 9 and the starting pitcher. And Alejandro Kirk is a problem for us in that regard. And we're so happy to see him doing well, and everyone talks so highly of him. So skipping New Hampshire makes that a little bit tough, but it's, I think, in a way encouraging. We've seen the last couple of years, if you can do it in Double-A, like there's very little need, it seems lately, to go to Triple-A for an extended period of time. So how much more quickly are guys being fast-tracked to the major leagues? And I think we saw Kirk was a really good example of how little time that for certain guys you need to spend in the upper levels of the minors to get a shot at the big league. So that's, I think, for players, very encouraging.
So what we're saying is, eat it, Pat Malacaro. All the while that we're also saying Buffalo just hosted the major leagues. So maybe your players can skip up to the majors, but Buffalo is still getting the majors, at least in 2020.
I mean, Pat is the PA voice of the Buffalo Blue Jays. So, I'm not going to tell him to eat anything. That's our guy. But
Santiago Espinal, major leagues. Thomas Hatch, major leagues. Patrick Murphy, major leagues. We got to see that good Fisher Cat effect, though, upon the Blue Jays this year.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's fun to be able to not just rely on the big three, Bo, Vlad, and Kevin, because when Thomas Hatch came here, he was one of those guys where you've been at this longer than I have, Jesse. You got way more knowledge and confidence, certainly, than I do. So I saw Thomas Hatch, and I was like, man, this guy seems like really good. Like, he seems more than just okay, let's add a prospect, take a flyer on him from the Cubs. He was pumping 95, and it looked like nothing for him. And I was not surprised at all to see him rise up that quickly. So that was encouraging. And Espinal's a guy who I don't think we get less credit than deserved in the minor league system for developing guys. But I thought that Espinal came in with all the right tools, but nothing necessarily like, wow, he's great at this one thing. But to see him just get really good at everything and move up, I think that's a testament to the coaching staffs here and in AAA, because he's really turned himself into a complete player.
Tyler, any final thoughts?
Well, it's great to talk with you, Jesse. I hope we get to do some Around the Nest talking about some games in April or even sooner than that. And, I didn't do spring training this year, but getting to you were down there, right? I listened to you this year. So getting to tune into.
Sorry, I got it in early before everything shut down.
Oh, trust me. Your priorities change real quick when they cancel the NBA and you're wondering what's going to happen to the world. So it's a minor thing, but hopefully we can run that back again, because I love listening to you and gearing up for the season that wasn't. But it's just talking to you about this. It's made my day, as you can probably tell.
Well, best of luck to your New York Knicks. Best of luck to your San Francisco 49ers, who are in a better spot. Exactly. I'm just going right on down the line. Here we go, BU Terriers, right on through.
Exactly, yeah. So hopefully we get to see those teams in action very soon. But, of course, we just want that Fisher Cats baseball back. And it hasn't been the easiest offseason, but we're proud of our staff and what we've been able to put together to keep people entertained and having Fisher Cats baseball on their minds, which will hopefully be back soon.
The man who I once crashed on his couch, the voice of the people, radio broadcaster for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, Tyler Murray. Thank you, sir.
I have a guest room now with like a whole bed, so just come on by. Do that instead. Once we get, the vaccine or whatever. Jesse, thank you.
I'll see you when it's all safe and healthy once again.